every week we're going to do this podcast. We said day one.
Yeah,
That's what we said.
And how long's it been? That's why we're feeling a bit fucking
6 o'clock.
crusty. 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Been a couple of weeks, but you know what? We got shit to do, bitches to fuck.
Yeah, and there's so many things that happen. I'm like, oh,
Why do you look at me?
chat
when you
about.
say
You have so many bitches to fuck.
Sorry, bro. Oh, not like
And
this.
you?
I apologize.
And you?
I fuck my bitches.
fucking bitches, are you?
Yeah, always, bro.
It's like, I'm fucking your bitch on the side. You have no idea.
It's Mr. Stereo Girl.
At least someone is.
No wonder she doesn't want to fuck me.
Fuck me. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
What the fuck are you, dolphin? What the fuck are you too, whale? South Park. Great place to start. Oh my God, that fucking meme you sent me earlier of South Park.
Oh, that was horrific and racist and funny.
That one you watched, the one where it's like rate the fucking difficulty rating. It was on how dark his skin was. It's just like, oh my days. Like, how do these people get away with it sometimes? But you love to see it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So Arthur, what you been up to, bro?
Put a man on the spot.
Yeah,
well, the funny thing is,
that's
there's
the fucking
been so much time that's elapsed, and every time I think, this is a funny anecdote. I should mention that on the podcast. And now I've forgotten them all.
He's like, I should mention on the podcast. We both wait, and it's gone.
No, but I mean,
it's gone.
I have done a lot. I went to Portugal.
Oh yeah, God. Oh my God, that's happened in between the last podcast. Holy shit.
I know.
Oh, damn, that felt like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, it's fucking great though. Lisbon, never been. City break.
City.
Oh, I'm going there later this year.
How
Yeah,
was it?
Fuck you.
Oh, nice.
Cruise.
Oh, okay.
Mate, well, all I'd say is on a cruise.
Doesn't count.
Cruising
Oh,
through.
that doesn't count. That doesn't
I'm
count.
I was
cruising
going to say,
past.
I swear. Oh no, it's up on the like. It is on the coast, isn't it? I don't know why I thought Lisbon was more inland.
Well,
It's
that's what the guy said.
middle
'Cause
left, isn't it?
They thought it was like a beach holiday. It's a city, but it is
No,
on
it's like
the
some-
coast. But
Yeah. It's like
yeah.
proper fucking bad waters out there as well. Like I think literally it's like one of the best places to go for surfing for like huge waves. Like one time, like at one point in the year, like the waves are like fucking huge, like ridiculous, like 20, 30 meters tall fucking waves.
It's literally on the
God.
Pacific. Oh, was it Pacific or Atlantic?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. Yeah, mate. Oceans.
Sorry,
goddamn.
geography teacher, GCSE.
Yeah, God, mate. I don't know. It's still better than saying like Pacific, as in like whenever people are like this specific
more
sea.
specifically.
Yeah, Pacifically.
We were sailing across the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, but which Pacific Ocean was it?
The Pacific Ocean.
There's only one.
But Pacifically. It's like The
Yeah.
Apprentice.
Specifically, I was Pacific.
Remember The Apprentice as well? They spell Arctic.
Oh,
Oh no!
I mean,
I was
that's-
in like a lorry instead of.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
God.
yeah. That's when you know the Apprentice is like, we need anything to keep people.
legit.
Yeah,
I mean,
scraping the
but
barrel.
You know what? Actually, one of my friends applied, and like he's quite an astute fucking business owner. He's done really fucking well for himself.
That counts against you now.
It apparently I guess in some sense actually, because I guess the point is on Apprentice now, you're meant to be starting a business, aren't you? You're not meant to already be established. So I guess if you think back to the older days when it was just like, yeah, we'll just give you fucking 200 grand or something, and yeah, you were a sick businessman, and all of them owned
Not
their
like
already
Dragon's
businesses and
Den,
shit.
and where they've already got a business or they have
It is
to have
basically
one.
a very, very long episode of Dragon's Den now.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, exactly, yes. It's startup money, isn't it, for a business plan that they've done. So it's, I guess it kind of makes sense why I didn't get through. But yeah, literally, he was just like, I remember him watching it and just being like, these fucking clowns. He's like, God damn, like, what? How are these people calling themselves business people? Like, what the fuck is going on?
So did he get on then or something?
No, he applied. He didn't get on because
he's smart, probably.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
It's like watching
there
bear
are
baiting,
people applying
honestly.
that are decent, and obviously they're just letting through the fucking clowns, mate. Anyone with a fucking mate, you've either got to be like tarted up or fucking good looking.
Yeah, it's
I feel
literally
like, as well.
IQ
Like,
below
yeah.
30 or your breast size above 30. It's like,
Can you
you're
imagine
in.
like the recruiter or the interviewer like phoning the guy back and said, well, I just wanted to let you know you did really, really well on your interview. You aced every question. Oh, brilliant, excellent. So unfortunately, you've not been.
You're too good.
Motherfuckers
We
worried
just
you're
think
going to
you're-
take his position.
We just think you're too overqualified
That's right.
to entertain people with stupidity.
Oh mate, honestly. So yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things sometimes, isn't it? They obviously if you watch like, you know, when you go and watch Britain's Got Talent or something, and they're doing the bits beforehand. Oh my God, I didn't
preamble,
realise how much before though. Like you got to go through like 4 stages prior to that. So it's not like when you finally get in front of like Simon Cowell and that, it's not like they haven't already been pre-vetted. So the people that are shit, they're like, oh, you've gone through.
It's not as if they have notes
they've
saying
cut
exactly what they're going to be.
They've cut someone that was half decent for someone that's really
So
shit,
fake, innit?
just because they're like, oh, you double shit, like you're going through to the next round.
That's been happening the whole time.
Oh yeah.
And they've been pretending like,
oh my
you're
God,
really
I can't believe you're shit. Yeah.
I feel like when they ask to what's your name, they're like, I know all this. It's written in front of me.
Yeah.
I've seen you 4 times already. It's like, and also, I swear when they sort of direct it, they're like, right, time for a sob story, and then it's just dramatic music, violins. Well, my mum, I mean, it's bad, obviously, but my mum's had cancer for 3 years, so I've been trying to
prior
sing
to them being good as well.
Yeah.
They're like, let me just build up this guy we know is going to be fucking sick.
But they are talented, a lot of them, I suppose. Although not British. Not that I'm.
No. I mean, it's redundant nowadays, isn't it? Like I've seen.
Yeah,
Britain's
so
got talent.
I've seen like Americans gone. I know
Brexit means
people
Brexit.
Gone, the other ones. It is mad.
Brexit's got talent.
So I mean, it's you get people from all over now, don't you? Which is it's kind of cool. It's good. It's diverse, but I do agree. It's kind of. Has the world got talent?
Well, I only mean like
right
that they
for
don't.
Ukrainian going on. next year. I do this for my homeland.
Yeah.
Well, Eurovision's supposed to be held there, but
instant.
we might hold it here
We might
because
get it.
Well, motherfuckers can't afford it.
less chance of bombs being dropped, I suppose.
Slightly less.
Also true.
Mildly, yeah.
And runners up.
Not if you're doing it at number 10. I imagine there's a lot of bombs they want to drop on that.
Oh, not the politics.
You said no politics.
Oh, sorry, yes. Moving on from politics, Portugal's lovely. Yeah, if you go, there's fucking scooters are brilliant. Like literally, they've got them here, obviously, because we spoke about it before with the Bristol Voy ones. But there's like 4 or 5 different companies. And it's Europe, so you don't need ID, as you did the other day when I was in London.
I don't
at the
understand
weekend.
that actually.
Hop on, hop off. It's so good.
I've never, just in general, I've never understood like some of the fucking European countries. Like they're so hard on certain things, and yet motherfuckers don't ID you if you're out there, like for drinks and shit.
No.
And they're so like lax on it all. I always find that so bizarre.
Need your
Over
vaccine
here,
pass to get
they're
in,
like,
but then
if you
that's
don't
it.
look 25 years old, you can't buy a fucking can of Monster, let alone a goddamn beer.
Yeah.
Like,
ID, please. Come.
Oh, I've never been, but the measures in Greece apparently don't exist. It's just
yeah, there isn't a measure in Greece. It's a fucking free
fantastic.
pour.
That's about right.
I mean, the motherfuckers don't have roofs on their houses. I think they need to think about that first before worrying about measures.
Greece is all right now.
Yeah, but the issue, whenever we used to go to Greece in the past, I always used to say to my dad, like, why the fuck are there like all these like half-built buildings? And apparently the reason is if you don't put a roof on your property, you don't pay property tax on it.
Brilliant.
Because it's an unfinished building. So they're all living in it with like a tarpaul on the top. Not paying tax on it. This is why their country went to shit. And they're like, yes, I saved my whatever a month with the goddamn country's in disarray.
Yeah,
I can't get my money out the fucking wall because the fucking banks are empty. But
no tax money
I'm
being
not
paid
paying
by
tax,
anyone.
yeah.
Wonder why it collapsed.
Why are we getting no council tax? but tarpaulin sales are up 4,000%.
motherfucking bin men don't come to the houses that ain't finished though.
Yeah, true.
Shit.
Well, I mean, how are you sitting in a house with no roof with a bit of tarpaulin and flapping around constantly thinking, yeah, I'm winning here? I'm just sorry.
You just know that's like the worst noise as well on like a
in the
stormy
wind and
night.
rain.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's like slapping. It's like a creepy slapping all night long.
Can you please do your best impression into the mic?
Even got to do the limp hand.
Slap some cheeks that night and no one would know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the one time you can like bang your girlfriend in your parents' house when the fucking thunder and tarp is
Then
going
you've got
off.
like clap on, clap off lights and they're just
Motherfucking
fuck.
looking from the outside. It's just like just fucking
Oh shit.
fuck's sake.
But the holiday was lovely. The only funny thing I
back
think
to the holiday.
that's worth, I love how we go on tangents, but the best thing I think about it is I believe that like you can have drugs there, like
yeah, any drug
personal
is legal
use
in
and
Portugal,
stuff. But it means that you've got the dudes that sell it on the street walking around, obviously looking out for tourists, and just being like, just whispering under their breath, cocaine, hash, cocaine.
Yeah.
The best one though was when we were walking on the big square, and they're on the scooters, and we were just walking past really casually, and you just getting whizzing past, going, cocaine hash, cocaine hash. You don't even.
It's like that.
They wouldn't hear you if you answered.
It's like that geezer that's like photo bombing or skiing. He's like, I'm a giraffe. Cocaine's been weed.
Yeah.
Yes, no, hang on, I wanted some.
I want some hash.
Motherfucker just like slams the brakes on, just like fucking, just like a kickflip on the goddamn scooter, just like spins it real double.
Oh, it's just so funny because you just hear them whispering around you, like cocaine hash.
Cocaine vehicle backing up. Please watch out.
He starts saying it in reverse.
Yeah, just like hash weed cocaine. Just actually like shark you got cocaine.
Oh man, it's fucking jokes. And they're just like, you want to try it? Try it now. Free sample. Free
Oh,
sample.
free sample. Oh,
I know.
just all night long, bro. If they're all
Little bump.
if they're everywhere, bro, I'd just be like, yeah, free sample. Yeah, not for me. Yeah.
Free sample.
Fucking next
Free
dude.
sample.
Got a sample for me? Just fucking get absolutely litty for free for a night.
Maybe that's what they did, and they're trying to sell it.
It's like fucking goddamn people that go to Costco and just walk around and on free samples. So like just
Oh god,
so
yeah.
put a moustache on and then just like a different costume. Just like free sample. Oh, cocaine. I'll try some weed. Some hash. Yeah, some fucking cocaine.
Man, it's fucking
All
brilliant.
night long, free.
I think they say it under their breath so that if they accidentally offer
What
drugs
was
to a
that?
police,
Yeah.
Well,
what
there's-
did you say?
The police are near them. They're
Mash.
literally all chilling by the.
Yeah, they don't
I think
give
they
a
probably
fuck.
just ask them.
They
Yeah.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
On duty, want some hash, cocaine, cocaine,
Yeah.
hash.
What did you say there? I said, want some mash? Sausage and mash?
Complain about mash? What? Oh mate, yeah, it's jokes. I wouldn't have wanted them because of the amount of holes on the bloody scooters. Like they've got trams in Lisbon, so you've got the tram
I've done
lines.
that.
Imagine putting your scooter wheels in the holes.
Oh, in the trap.
You'd stack it. It'd be
Yeah, no, that would be
well
instant death.
I mean, you always feel like you're
At
on
what
the
point
edge
are
of
you
death.
ever like completely parallel with the fucking rails for a fucking
It's the number
thing?
one-
Just
Mate,
fall
cars
in.
push you about.
Number one rule. Yeah, true. Yeah, they could do.
Yeah, true.
Never ever go parallel with them with those round lines. Same on with the bicycle. Oh
my God, that reminds me.
meshed up.
Yeah.
That reminds me, literally, when we went to Amsterdam, my brother's stag do, and oh my God, like the fucking first and foremost, just kind of set the scene. Like we'd never been to Amsterdam before. Gone over for my brother's stag do, so everyone's like, "Oh, we prepared to get litty." First day we get there, we're like, "Oh, trying to find this fucking hotel." I don't know about you, but if you've ever walked around Amsterdam, you know it, every goddamn street looks the motherfucking same.
Yeah.
Oh my days. I think it took us like 2 hours to find the hotel. We were like following fucking navs as well. I was like, God damn, why is it taking so long?
Fucking hell.
Finally get there, put that shit in real quick. We're like, right, let's make a dash over to this fucking coffee shop across the road. And like all of the guys there had like all smoked before. Like bearing in mind, I think I'd just turned 18 when Dan got engaged, maybe 19. And I'd not really smoked weed. So it was kind of like, oh, we go downstairs into this like underground place. You're not even smoking out like in a nice airy room. You're in a goddamn hot box
Yeah,
from
hot
fucking
box,
step
innit?
one.
Get a little high.
Obviously, you can't indoors if you smoke in Amsterdam. They don't let you use tobacco. So you're just having blunts. So it's just
Oh,
always pure
really?
blunts. Or you've got to use this like
Oh, the vaporizer.
weird sprinkly shit that they put on the table.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's like wood chips and herbs and shit or something that they give smokers for free because they don't want people smoking tobacco inside because it makes the walls all fucking gammy, doesn't it? But anyway, I digress. We go into this fucking place. We all get a blunt and we're all just smoking down there. And I think probably, I don't know what it is, but whenever you like smoke, time goes so slow in comparison. You're like, God damn, look at the time. It's like 3 a.m. You're like, oh, it's 10:30. What the fuck? What the hell?
The weirdest feeling.
Hold up. I thought it was like, yeah, whatever. So God sat there for God knows how long. Like we're all just cooked, trying to talk to each other, but also just like in full mong. And the guy that smoked the most weed in our group had like smoked like 2 blunts, maybe 3 whilst we were down there. Jeez. And we were like, right, let's go back to the hotel. And he steps up and he just fucking passes out, bashes his head on the table.
Oh,
We were like,
fuck.
fuck. The geezer's just like, get him out before he's sick, just like throwing us out. I was like, the dude's just knocked himself out. Like, what do you want us to do?
Did he fucking tank himself?
So me and Dan, he's fucking like almost knocked himself out. Me and my brother Dan have had to fucking like shoulder it, like fucking get him up, drag him up these stairs. And the road, like between, you know, like a normal fucking road crossing, you could play like Kirby on, kind of like a general pavement. This was not one of those. This was like, goddamn, fit like 4 trains in between. Like this was a huge road.
16 bicycle lanes.
Like
cars.
they're all cycling,
Mate, I need to
trams,
go.
and fucking like cars and shit and motorbikes. We're dragging this cunt. Like I'm talking like he's limp at the feet, like his shoes are scraping and shit. And we're just like, I'm like hunchbacking this motherfucker over the hill because my brother's cooked. I'm fucking cooked. And we're like, okay. Anyway, start fucking crossing this road and all these cars, they don't give a fuck. They're like, oh, look at these high motherfuckers like dragging through the street. They're like, fucking as they go past. Like they don't give a fuck. We're dragging him across the road and then all of a sudden he just comes back awake, like just springs into action. But because we're dragging him, he's just like gone stiff at the feet, just like we're holding him like this and he's just like shot out between our arms and just fucking hit the floor.
Well, like, you feel heavy, didn't you?
But we're in the middle of a road. We're like, there's trams and shit coming. We're like, god damn, we're also stoned. So it could have been coming at us like 1 mile per hour, but we're like, no, quickly.
Actually 4 miles
We're
away.
just dragging Rob across the fucking road. We're like, oh, fuck him. We're like, dude, he's fucking, he's just like, he's finally like, oh, I feel so fucked. But we're like, dude, you've been like
the man's
passed
legs
out.
should be heavy as fuck. I always get that.
If
Right?
someone goes,
So if he's just
limp,
woken
dude,
up as well.
That's what I mean, legit. He's
with the
fucking
driest
sprung
mouth
it.
in the history of...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, mate. But
You've had a 3 a.m. Mackies and then woken up. Like, a few hours later.
no, not the one. Definitely the one. But yeah, so.
Savage.
But
man.
mate, honestly, I never shit myself more in my life.
You had too
Like
much
fucking-
cocaine, Ash.
Cocaine hash. Man's talking about them dry mouths, and we're all just like,
Plantain, mash,
plantain.
anything
Yeah,
else? Any other
plantain.
vegetables? Plantain, mash.
motherfuckers.
What?
What are you selling?
Bananas,
What?
pears.
Are you selling drugs? No, plantain, mash.
Well, I'll have a plantain.
Just when the police ask.
Leeks, plantain, mash.
Tomatoes, potatoes. Have what you want. Tell you what we haven't addressed yet. The elephant pie in the room. Oh,
The point was not to talk about the pie.
lovely day we're having.
We had one rule about the pie.
Oh shit.
Don't talk
mention the
about the pie.
That's the
There's only
first
one rule at Pie Club.
I forked it.
Hey
sorry.
guys, you know what we haven't mentioned? That pie.
This weird pie sat on the table. We should have just ignored it.
Right, what we're not going to do actually, let's not talk about the pie on the table.
Right. Just from this moment on.
Forget about the pie.
The thing is, if we talk about the pie on the table,
You forget about the pie.
it draws people to the fact that there is a pie. This is not the pie you're looking for. Okay?
Just look at the ice cream. Look at the ice cream. Follow the ice cream.
Not around the ice cream. Look at the ice cream. You're under.
That reminds me,
Yes.
something you said there, about 118
Oh, yeah.
being
Go
a
on.
thing.
Oh, yeah, back
It
in
is
the
mad,
day.
isn't it?
I mean, surely not anymore. But
Was it for
they
information?
would charge you so much.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm pretty sure Google existed at this point. So you phone up this, it was basically just an information, right? You're like,
Yeah.
what? How hot is the temperature of the sun? And they'd be like, hang on.
They're gonna Google it.
Let me just Google Ask Jeeves this motherfucker. Like, goddamn.
Could you do one of those Googles for me? That'd be great.
I know. I'm almost certain though. Like back in the day, because I remember my dad being like, "Yo, I need directions or something," and like that. I guess I kind of the only time, but goddamn, we just didn't have like Google Maps back then. I guess in comparison, like phones and stuff.
It's weird to think
without
about
shit
shit.
Oh
and
mate,
stuff,
honestly,
right?
like it's fucking so easy
But I
nowadays.
remember We would have been like early secondary school, so probably like 11, 12, 13, that sort of age. We used to think it was hilarious to prank call 118.
Just £12 later.
Yeah. Like,
Oh no. Oh my
phoned up
god.
going,
dear.
like doing stupid voices or impressions or like asking rude questions or something
Fuck.
like, "Are you gay?"
You just said that, and it's
And
just
then, and then you realise all your credit, because we weren't on like contracts at that point. We were on the pay as you go. We had like £8 credit. One call
yeah.
later, and it's all gone. And we're like, wow.
No, that used to go on. My sister did it on Crazy Frog. Just dun, 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 dun. Was it Crazy Frog? It was Crazy Frog. Wasn't it? We blankly.
You buy the ringtones, mate.
Oh,
Yeah, it was the old
course.
polyphonic. I remember when you used to get that. Oh, new phones had
Fucking
polyphonic
£12 fucking
ringtones.
song or something back in the day. It was like, why am I going to bill you
My
monthly
gosh.
for the low price of $9.99?
I used to love
54
shit
consecutive payments of $9.99 will get
Yeah.
you this Crazy Frog ringtone.
It's completely free apart from the one-off payment of £42 a month.
A month. Holy fuck. Completely free. And there's also like, oh yeah, there's a one-off for joining fee and then a £40 a month fee after that. It's like, oh my god.
Mate, it's simpler times, right? I used to love being in just like lessons in school, and we'd have one computer in the room, and we'd all play that 2D snake game
Yeah.
with the WSD keys. It'd be brilliant.
No, slime football. That's what we used to play.
Slime football.
Slime soccer.
Football, mate. Yeah, I'm fucking if any school you didn't just fucking like jump on like funny games or something, and when you were trying to like hack the system, any IT lesson, you jump on fucking games. But going back
Proxy.
to your point, oh fuck, what was it? Yes, that brings me back. Okay, yeah, so we went. We went and stayed around one of my friends once when one of the like companies I worked for before I am now,
Yeah.
and one of the guys I worked with, we were both like staying in the living room because we'd all gone round there for like a fucking night out. Like there had a bunch of people around, but he was like, "Oh, you guys don't live local, so you can just stay over." So we're both sleeping on this fucking like huge sofa in the living room. And the guy that I used to work with is like, oh, yo, should we just turn the TV on? Puts Babe Station on. And then he's just like, yo, how funny would it be if we called them from this person's landline? Like, we're in someone's house, his parents' house. He's like calling up all these fucking Babe Station girls. And literally, like, a month later, the other guy we work with comes into work. It's just like, yo, who the fuck was watching porn when they stayed around mine?
Like
My
discreet
parents
on the
have
invoice.
called me out on the. No, they're not discreet.
Well,
It's-
but the money though.
yeah,
true.
you know,
I guess
you know, it's like
noticed.
40 quid's gone on fucking babesareus.com or something. It's just like his wife must have been.
Yeah,
like,
what would
the
they
fuck?
change? How would they make it discreet? It was
know.
like
Yeah.
Bab's
Boudoir.
train station instead of Babe's train. I don't know.
Have you
Babe's
seen
station.
when the guys call the Babe Station, but they end up just having like a
Like a
normal
normal
chat?
conversation. Yeah, tea and biscuits
It
and
always
shit.
looks so like cool what they're chatting
Yeah,
about. You're
yeah.
like, oh, I wonder what they're talking about.
Yeah, just like just all the other people. She's just like, oh yeah, tell me about your day. It's like, well, I had a chocolate biscuit at 12 o'clock, and she's like, oh yeah, did you have a tea with it? All the fact like rubbing her tit and shit, so all the people that can't hear.
I bet that's a really horny. What
Is
are
it
you
a
talking
hobnob or
about?
a rich
Yeah,
tea? Oh,
She's like, oh,
Did you dunk it?
I like a scone.
dunk me.
Would you dunk me, baby? Well, there's no way you'd fit in my mug.
That makes no sense. What do you mean?
It's a bit hot, love. You burn yourself.
Fucking hell. Brilliant. That would probably make it more tolerable and enjoyable for them.
Yeah, what? Yeah,
Just
really
be
random.
well good,
Yeah,
yeah.
better than actual guys going, oh no, let's just stuff you in the arse.
Yeah, just-
Oh, I can't wait to fucking come on your lip. Oh yeah, just some doing heavy breathing. Oh my God.
It's like come fly with a minute. Oh, see if I can get it up.
Dude's
They're the
like
kind of
struggling
dudes
for
to do
breath.
it,
Yeah, I know.
Do that fucking deep breath again. Like,
Oh, yeah.
no,
Oh yeah.
I don't know what I did
You
now.
do like.
Oh, yeah, see if I can get it. Oh, is that skirt you're wearing from Marks and Spencer's?
Hey, Sam, have you seen that guy that's going around on TikTok at the minute, like Greeters Guild, and he just stands outside fucking like
I'm so glad you
Sainsbury's,
brought that
Tesco's
up.
and stuff, and he just like oh, welcome to Sainsbury's, madam. Hope you have everything you need. And he's wearing like a nice purple smoking jacket and shit. He looks proper
You're not saying
bougie.
it?
He doesn't know.
Oh, mate,
Oh, that's
literally.
so
He
good.
doesn't work.
He doesn't work there. He's just doing it for a laugh. But the amount of times it's like all these people are loving it. All the British public like, yeah, this guy's great. The management come out and like, yeah, you can't do this. You need to leave and shit. It's just like, my guy's like, what? I can't invite people into your store and politely greet them. And they're like, no. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess you don't
You're
want
making
your
us all look
customers.
bad.
Yeah, guess you don't want your customers like treated well.
Our service isn't anything like this.
So this is about a guy that goes to one of his friends' weddings, and the sister of the bride is in a relationship, but they both find each other attractive, and he has sex with her whilst she's got a boyfriend. Care to initially
what?
state your...
Say again.
So essentially, the sister of the bride has another half, but the guy that's going to this wedding wants to bang her and gets to the position where he can bang her,
I see.
but then he's struggled with the moral decision of does he bang her?
Is he the one due to get married?
No. He's just a guest at the wedding. He's about to bang his friend, who's about to get married, the bride, sister, who's also got a partner at the wedding.
Oh, okay.
So
at the wedding.
Yeah, he there too.
Oh.
So initial
So
thoughts
is he the arsehole then? Not
Yeah, he's asking if he's an asshole for what he's done, obviously.
Did he shag it then?
So yeah, I'll read you the full story now, so you can.
I think he is,
a
but
picture for.
also
Yeah, you'd have to be, but is he single?
Okay, so I was
interested.
attending a wedding of a best friend from uni, a single man looking forward to mingling with the guests, but I'm also quite looking forward to seeing her maid of honor, who is her sister. Problem being, she's in a long-term relationship with her boyfriend. I'm not one to pry, but knowing the bride quite well, she's told me that her sister thought he's attractive in the past, and he knows that they're having their difficulties. Anyway, I arrived to the wedding. First person I bump into is the hot older sister, and she's flawless. I ask her what room she's in, and she said...
first question.
Yeah, well, he's just like as he was
go.
walking, like he's put like as he was walking to his room, he's bumped into her.
Casual thing.
What room are you in? And she replies, "Oh, I'm number 11." And he says, with his best poker face, I reply, "Oh, we're neighbours. I'm number 10." He said, "This must be like fate." He's like, "It's unreal." We exchange like kind of polite greetings. I go into my room to put on a suit for the big event. What are the chances of it being like a 200 hotel room? And they're next door to each other. Wow. So the night goes on to the early hours. She picks me out for a few dances. Shots are being necked. The vision starts to get a bit blurry. We start talking about her relationship, how she's mentally checked out, and there's something she's always found attractive about me. So she's now kind of coming on to him a bit. And I'm getting all the signs she's wanting to do this. The boyfriend had long gone to bed at this point. It's just us and a couple of others up at this stage. So he says 6 becomes 4, 4 becomes 2, and then it's just us with a whiskey and a cigarette, and just in full DMC mode. So they're full on chatting. Yeah.
So hang on. If this is leading the way I'm thinking it's leading, they're going to be fucking right next door to her boyfriend.
Just hold up.
Who's like cuddling his pillow.
Why is that person next door keep turning the lights on and off?
Clapper. It's a clapper. Anyway.
Are they doing some building work next door?
Yeah.
And where's my missus?
So like I said, they're sat with a whiskey and a cigarette in full DMC mode. She talks intimately about her sex life, and I'm getting enough signs to go in for a smooch. Apparently she backs away in kind of self-realization of what's happened. And kind of like, what am I doing? So she says we need to call it a night before it escalates. Moral conscious is saying nay. Crown jewel saying yay.
So she calls it off.
Currently, yes. And then apparently, a moment or two later of high sexual frustration with a tint of awkwardness, she says, "Try again." So we end up locking lips, and it's as good as you can imagine. After a wedding, high on all the booze to match, we're walking back to our hotel rooms. The thing is, we're staying next door to each other, so I wish her a good night. at the top of the stairs, turn a 180 and go into my room. I'm taking off my tie, and within seconds of closing the door, I hear a knock at the door. Has to be her, right? It can't be her boyfriend. To my relief, it was her, the maid of honor. She left her keys and she couldn't get into her room without waking her boyfriend up. Without even shutting the door, she grabs the back of my head and starts to kiss me, just meters away from where the door of her boyfriend is peacefully sleeping. The adrenaline at the stage I can only kind of explain as kind of like Freddie Mercury discovering the combination of whiskey and cocaine. Tonight I'm going to have myself a good time. I'm a rocket man. Ship on my way to Mars, mate. He's like, the irony in this ship needed to... He said the irony of this ship needed some handheld engineering, otherwise it wasn't lifting off very far after all the whiskey and fucking cigarettes. To report, the mission was a success. Hey. A bit like Mike Tyson, two rounds and I was knocked out, but he was like, nonetheless, it was fantastic.
You've had whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine the following morning, right, when she's obviously snuck back into bed?
Right, here we go.
Oh, okay.
So I was knocked out. We were under the sheets, no clothes to be seen no clothes to be seen. Light is still on. She's passed out, and then bang, 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 knock on the door. Fuck, it's the boyfriend. My heart is pounding. I stay silent. Another round of banging. She's still sleeping, sound asleep at this stage. No. I see her phone ringing. 24 missed calls saying, "Where are you?" I'm like, fuck. I'm about to be torn a new one here, like a tiger having defied all the way home, wrecking. I don't know, fuck knows what he's written there. I nudge her to wake up and say, "You've got to go. We've got to make up a story. Say you've slept on the couch." And I take a photo of a sheet on the sofa and I put a pillow on there as well, and hope for the best. At 4 a.m., this is the best my brain could think of. She cowardly sleeps back out 5 minutes later. By 8 a.m., I'm waking up to a world of anxious thoughts. My friends are asking, does anyone know where she is? Obviously.
So I don't understand.
Likewise with the boyfriend.
He was banging at the door. Did he just moved on, I guess?
Just kind of ignored it. Yeah. You must have given up. I said he waited about 5 minutes and then obviously she snuck out.
Wow.
But yeah, he obviously thinks he's not got much choice. He's got to go down. It's obviously the wedding, the kind of breakfast after the wedding.
Without the boyfriend banging on the door, I was going to say, imagine if it all went smoothly and well, she managed to sneak back into the room, like crawl into bed, and then the next morning, like the boyfriend wakes up and went, "Oh, there was some girl getting railed last night, man."
You should have heard it. Yeah. Oh my God, can you imagine?
She had a really ugly scream. Actually, I didn't like it at all. It really turned me off.
Mate, fucking loud bitch all night. God damn.
That's a whiny voice.
Anyway, so obviously they'd all been messaging trying to find her last night. So they were like, "Oh, she's got to be somewhere." So I post a photo saying she was on the sofa. She lost her keys and tried to laugh. What followed? "Oh, sure, like nothing actually happened. Don't invite me round for poker because at this day, 4 a.m. pick had saved my bacon." He's like, my poker face was not the one at this point, but goddamn photo saved my life.
Oh, God.
The morning after the wedding breakfast was the most nervous sausage I've ever consumed. My number 10 was...
Wait a minute.
My number 10 was a big party, like all numbers 10s have seen recently. She was a 10 out of 10, and I had about 10 minutes more conversation in me before I slip up and say something I shouldn't. I escaped. To this day, I feel guilty about it. We've spoken since they've broken up. I've not been back for another slumber party, but am I the arsehole for not saying the truth to her sister? So she never told the bride that it's happened. Or was I respecting the maid of honor and her relationship by keeping it quiet? Was the whole thing my fault, or am I a lovable arsehole that took an opportunity that presented to him?
A lovable arsehole.
When I don't have to be in a relationship on my own.
Wow. Apparently.
So thoughts.
Well, context
Sorry,
is
obviously a bit of a long one.
It is, but context is a beautiful thing. I mean, there's arseholicness naturally in what he's done, but he's not an arsehole. I always feel like, I just feel like something has naturally happened there. Like, I had too many drinks. Like, they're gonna happen. They know each other. They're close. It could have ended there, but she was like, "Do it again."
Oh yeah, she come back for more. Like, fair play. He probably shouldn't have been trying it on with a bird that had a kind of another partner. But at the end of the day, right, she initiated and went full like, we fucking tonight.
And I imagine their relationship afterwards could have gone two ways, assuming he ended up knowing about all that.
Yeah, I mean, allegedly, obviously, I mean, it's kind of one of those things, right? He said prior that there was issues and he knew about kind of thing. So they're obviously...
It was well known.
That's why she did it. And it either would have helped her relationship because they'd have gone, actually, do you know what happened? This, work through it, or...
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we never know if she actually... So we're saying the arsehole on the point that we don't know that she kind of fessed up to it.
Yeah, true.
I guess because this is the classic thing, isn't it? It's like if you come back to your girl, you sit in the movies, you come back to your girl in bed with another guy, like you attack the guy, right?
Yeah.
And that's like the classic thing, but it depends whether the guy knew or not, because the girls can lie just as much as guys can lie,
if not more.
So I guess the difference for me is that he knew very much that she was in a relationship. He probably knew the guy as well. If they were all at a wedding together, he probably knew the dude.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's kind of a bit, maybe. I mean, you kind of keep yourself at an arm's length from someone that you know that you think their goddamn partner's fit as fuck, though.
Yeah, and you'd want to take her to Chinatown.
Well, break that Greek plate. So your verdict, sorry.
I'm gonna have to go arsehole just because
he's an arsehole.
Just because he knew. I mean, they're both arseholes, but he is an arsehole because he knew about.
Who's more of an arsehole in your opinion? Him or?
It has to be her.
Yeah, I agree.
She is in the relationship.
I agree. I think there's wrong on both sides, right? But I also think that
he's done a Reddit post about it.
You know what? Well, this is it. I mean,
but he's still guilty, so he knows they're both in the wrong.
Well, exactly. He knows. He feels the guilt, so you know that he knows that he's a bit of like, that was a douche move. But you know what? 10 out of 10, and I'm not fucking in a relationship. So
sometimes people look for these outs, don't they? They'd much rather do something like this, have a big explosion to end the relationship, rather than just come forward and say,
true.
I've lost
that is crazy.
feelings for you.
Yeah, scumbags, mate. That's those people. So you say he is arsehole, you say he is not?
It's not an everyone sucks here. Oh, maybe it is.
Oh, no,
I don't think it's an everyone sucks here. I think that she's the arsehole, in my opinion, just for the fact that she was in the relationship.
So you think he's in the clear?
I don't think he's in the clear. He's just not. We've had more arseholes than
fucking, that. Right, it's our fucking. I know. I don't want to go too it's our primal instinct to go after a partner, right? If you think someone's mega attractive, like you're not going to try. Like, I've got a boyfriend. Oh, well, you know what? I guess I won't ever speak to you again. You're like, fuck, this girl's so fit. I want to win.
Yes,
everyone does this. The line's here. Everyone flirts to that point.
Yeah, exactly.
She grabbed him and brought him over the line.
Like, I personally despise cheating. I think it's just such a scummy thing to do. Like, if you want to be with someone else, right? Break up with the person that you're currently with. Don't just fuck people about.
Yeah.
So they had obviously had a shit relationship. I get it's like an in the night thing, and obviously you can't just be like, I'm going to break up, but. That's why I was saying, obviously, depending on what she did after is really
still not right. I guess is there a difference between
he's a douche for banging a dude's
affair, a continued affair with someone else, or a one-off thing?
I think, I mean, a continued affair is obviously a far more grave thing, in my opinion, because you're like, don't get me wrong, like we've all you got post-nut clarity, mate, and if you continue the thing after that, you've been there, you've done that, and you fucking ragging the horse.
That's such a thing.
That shit wears off though.
Yeah, legit. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Then you got those rose-tinted glasses.
I'm on heat again.
Yeah. Doesn't take long. Doesn't take long.
20 minutes.
Motherfuckers on the Instagram just like, God damn, I want to jerk off on them titties.
Yeah, and in the moment afterwards, you're like Luke Skywalker after you just found out that Darth Vader's dead. No!
Just like whatever fucking crepid thing you were watching, you just like delete the history quick as fuck. You're like, God damn, what the hell was I watching? So, I've gone too deep this time, and I've only realised after.
But then give that 24 hours. You're good to go again.
Myself, just like what the fuck.
Oh man.
So sorry, final verdict of.
I'm gonna go with no. It's not a hard no, but he's not an arsehole. It's
borderline arsehole for the gentleman, and arsehole for the chick.
I sympathise.
Both. Everyone sucks here. I'm changing my.
Everyone sucks. Okay,
sucks.
so
they both suck.
What I will tell you is that wasn't a Reddit submission. That was a friend of ours who submitted.
Hang on a minute.
Instagram. So no names dropped. But all of a sudden. Makes it far more interesting.
But
makes it far
You
more
think he's an
interesting.
arsehole.
Yeah, so all of a sudden we got you on tape.
Oh, I take it back.
It's actually
What
me.
I would do, what I would say, what I would say to that.
You naughty, you're teasing me. Look. Oh, there were no parties. So that was our first ever Am I the Arsehole submission from
Mate.
friends, family, and fan.
And it was
And how much more interesting was
It's a
that?
juicy
yeah,
one.
that was
Yeah.
a well-written
Fantastic.
one, right? So,
So,
You must suspect you're the arsehole.
thank
must
you
do.
for
If
submitting.
Tell us your story.
yeah, well done. Fair play.
Yeah,
Big
very well
balls,
told as
Big
well.
balls on you,
Yeah,
and they were slapping into that
10
10 out of 10.
puts
Yeah, when
me.
it's a 10.
My boy, yeah, literally all of a sudden Arthur's like, if it's a 10, it was worth it.
But was it a 10?
But was it a 10 though?
Easy to say 10 though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean,
I want to see that picture of her on the couch. Well, thank you, Josh.
That was a joy to my ears.
yeah, thanks, appreciate it. It was very fucking difficult to read on the state that I'm currently in, but
The way it was written as well.
very
long,
well,
man.
yeah,
It was
very,
a-
very
it was
like
novelish.
affluent, wasn't it? Yeah, it was great, fantastic. So yeah, I appreciate the submission, bro,
Thank you.
and keep them coming, guys. Literally, send them in, and we'll read them out.
Boom.
Boom! Don't forget the pie.
Oh, bye pie.
Pie.
The mascot. Wow, that's
Puppy
actually
pie.
that's our new mascot.
Pie pie.
The long story pie.
Yeah. The long
With the
story
fork.
pie is squared or pied? No.
Pied.
sorry.
Yeah.
Maths
Think the
joke.
nickname of the pie, guys. He'll probably,
Name
be,
the pie.
he'll probably just be Trey, but the next time you see him, but
You'll need a tray.
he'll need a Trey.
Well, that brings us to another fabulous episode of The Long Story Short.
It's been a short one this week, only an hour.
Only an hour. That'll be
same
cut
as
down to
what they
about
always are,
25
yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
And
60%.
Like, subscribe, please.
Josh will have had a haircut by the next time you see him, and I won't.
And I'll be naked. Or will I?
Well, that's been said now. So
I
that's
can't
happening.
undo that, can I? How can
Well-
you control Z on words?
Nope.